What's going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and we are here today. Finally got the audio working. I was actually gonna skip. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna skip the side story and do the guide first on the character, but then I went to the journal and I was clicking around and I saw this: is that she is from a different continent, Eresia. So I don't know why, but it just made me say like, nah, man. Everyone right now, everyone that is really good at keeping up with the game, they're already done showed off what this character can do. So my guide is gonna be super irrelevant because, you know, you guys already have that information. I'm just gonna reinforce it and put it into one good pancake so you guys can eat it with the syrup and butter. Let me know in the comment section how you like your pancakes. But we're gonna go with the side story first, talk about this character, see what she's about, then tell you how to use the character afterwards. Alright? Hope you guys understand. So without further ado, skidamarinky dinky do, let's get into it. So this is Hatred Blooms Red, and it's about Melissa. This should be her character story. She's also the only character that gets anything in this story, so it's purely about her. Usually, you know, we know it has to do with Haste slightly. But anyway, let's read the little excerpt and let's get into the rough and gruff stuff. And it says, Melissa has arrived in Britannia in search of her ex-lover's son. So her boyfriend's son, her ex-boyfriend's son. Weird. In a strange land and searching for a boy she has never met, she finds her task almost impossible. She has to make use of all information she has gathered over the years to finally pinpoint his whereabouts. So if this is about Haste, and that means she dated Haste's dad, would be weird because we don't know who the hell Haste's dad is, and he's not relevant to the story, whatever. Her whole Eresia, whatever, isn't relevant to the story either, so it's just another character thrown in from nowhere. This would have been a really good time if she was actually like the main banshee in the thing or something, and then instead of tying her to the story. But fuck it. Let's look at what she's about. Under the blood red moon, you whispered gentle seduction to me through the window pane. Whispers of eternity we should spend together. I was bewitched. I wanted to like you. I wanted to stay by your side forever. I was willing to give you my everything. Oh, naughty. I never imagined the tragedy that was awaiting me. That with your betrayal, our eternity would be shattered. You took everything from me, and then when you cast me aside as I slept. Did you think you could continue to live happily after that? And then you died, leaving behind one last tiny sliver of hope. Even death was too good for you. This is her probably talking to her ex. And so I will destroy that final hope of yours. I will tear apart everything you left behind and take back what I'm owed. So she's gonna go kill Haste. This is how I repay you for that cheap love you once gave me. Damn. Oh, no fanciness? Nothing too fancy? Like how she's always leaning on the back. I wonder if this is his casket. That'd be nuts. After awakening from my long slumber, I wandered from place to place gathering information, and I finally managed to track him down. I think he'd be sent so far away it took forever to get here. But what is this place? There's no sign of anyone living here at all, just meadows. Where's the village? Now what I'm curious about here is when this is occurring, you know, because Epic 7 kind of like does a bunch of stuff in the past and in the future, so it's kind of hard to dictate when a character is introduced. Like, is Melissa around right now, or is this happening during the current episode, or is it something that happened in the past? That's what I'm really curious about. So it looks like Melissa sees these two guards. They're running around looking for something. They overhear her. She's tricking them so pretty much so they can take her back to the village. Over a decade ago, my entire family was chased from our homes and murdered. During that time, a newborn baby was sent out to sea in an attempt to save it. I was the only one who managed to survive, and after a while I heard about a boy far away who sounded a lot like that baby. I thought it could be the same person, so I got on a boat and came all the way here. So that would actually explain, because I've always wondered, they said Haste was a vampire, but it's like, how? How is he a vampire? Remember, if you guys remember back, he had his own little side story, and it was just kind of weird that he's just a vampire. Like, that was just something we were just supposed to accept. Hey, look, remember the rumor about the blood-stained boy in the woods? Yes, because when they first found Haste, he was just like being a vampire, as he should be. But would you mind if I asked one last favor? Just name it. I was starving for so long, I'm not sure if I'll even have the strength to get back to the village. So would you mind giving me a little more food? No problem. It can't be easy for you to find food in such an unfamiliar place. I'll give you the rest of our leftovers. But to tell you the truth, I don't really like bread all that much. Oh, but bread's all we have. That's not true. You have something even more delicious. Huh? It's a shame you have to die here, but I'll never forget your kindness. I'll pay you back by making sure I don't waste a drop. Ladies and gentlemen, why you can't trust women, girls, no matter what they look like. They're out to suck you dry. And though that sounds very sexual, it might come with a price to pay. I heard like $100, you know, depending on, you know, what else you add on after that, you know, just saying. All right, so I was waiting for an important thing to happen because they were just talking a lot, but now we finally come up to something. So she's been tracking and trailing them pretty much with her vampire senses and whatever have you. So she's getting close to the Dagger Sakar headquarters, which, as you guys should know, is the assassin guild thing. So she gets cut by Phyllis, who apparently is, for a tank, is sneaky. So they're just kind of having a nice little dialogue, and we'll see how this turns out. All right, so now Melissa is trying to describe Haste pretty much to Phyllis to see if she will lead her to him, but you know, she's obviously doing a lot of lying. So see, no name and thirst for blood. There's no doubt she's talking about Haste. Is she? Oh, Haste just strolls up. All right, so there we go. This is easier than we thought. What's all this noise about? Is there an intruder? Haste. And I guess she looks probably like the husband. He looks just like him. That must be the boy. There we go. That's him, the boy I've been looking for. It's clear just from seeing his face. Me, you won't have any idea who I am, but I've spent years looking for you. I've waited so long for this day. Why? Phyllis, do you know this woman? I think she might be your family. Let me answer. I had no family. Of course you have a family. How else were you born? Even if they did nothing but send you away. They call you Haste. What a wonderful name. I'm so glad you grew up well. I have no idea who you are. Please leave. I feel the feelings of, oh, they both have the same necklace maybe too. I'll always be by your side, but I could have sworn she made it seem like she's gonna try to kill him because she doesn't want anything. I don't know. You guys know what time it is. Get that 250. I'll be right back. All right, we are finally back. So we see here we're with Assassin Sid, Assassin Coley, Assassin Haste. I don't know. I guess it's the trend. Well, whatever. So this is gonna be dramatic for them because everyone knew when Haste first came there that he had no family. So yeah, well, I told you I have no family, and there's no way to actually prove that this is, you know, the person Melissa is looking for. We just greatly assume it. Okay, so she's been following him for several days now, just kind of stalking him out. This, you know, it's kind of bad. You know, shouldn't be stalking. You know, stalking's bad, even if it might be your kid. So let me just update you guys. Pretty much she's just tailing him around, as we said before, but she's kind of like trying to figure him out, ask him questions. I'm not exactly sure at this moment why she's doing that, why she's trying to find out more about him. I'm still on the fence on whether she's trying to kill him or if she's actually trying to like adopt him and get her to come with him. But it's weird that that would happen because that would take Haste out of the story and then go back to Eurasia with her, which we do know is a place, but she has mentioned that her whole family, I don't know if she means like the whole country, has been killed. So it's just really weird, and it could mean that she's the one that did it also, but you know, we'll figure that out. So she just revealed to him that she is a vampire and she knows that he is a vampire. Let's see how he reacts to that. You're a vampire too? Woohoo! No. You really have absolutely no interest in me, did you? Your friend seems to have worked it out days ago. I'm a vampire just like you. We're practically family. Although the only thing that connects us is that horrible man. Practically family. I came from Eurasia and so did you. Your father and I shared special feelings. We fucked! This is one of those weird things. It's hard to believe since I look so young, but vampires don't age. But then how did you get to that? It's such a stupid thing. Like, they don't age, but I guess they don't age at a certain point. You know, it'd be best to specify that. Because it's dumb. Like, were you 16? And I guarantee if I look at his ass, he probably looks like he's in his 20s. You know, because that's just the stereotype. Is Haste gonna look like this forever? Or he's gonna get slightly older and then stop age? Whatever. I don't make these stupid fan fiction shits. There it is. This rude little brat's days are numbered. So she is gonna kill him. And while we were apart, he had you. What? So what, the men have the baby? What is going on right now? Sounds complicated. Yes, it is very complicated. Is that a thing? Please someone tell me, is that actually a thing that in vampire lore that male is the one that has the babies? Or is she saying that while they were apart, he was with him and she was already conceived? Because the way she's explaining stuff is stupid anyway, so I'm assuming that's what she meant. Like, while they were apart, he was already with him you know, and then they were separated. She's just like saying other stupid shit to downplay the situation. But after hearing he has, oh, okay, so now okay, I'm not gonna cut that out because it's just me speculating, but it seemed as though they split and he had a kid. So this is not her son. This is a completely different son to a mother that is definitely not Melissa. So that is probably why she wants to kill him, because he had like this separate happy life, and she is, oh my god, she is super Instagram stalker face, Twitter, Facebook stalker face, any TikTok, whatever social media we can bring in this. Match.com. Fuck it, let's throw Indeed in there too. Alright, here we are. We are finally gonna clean this up. I think this is the last little part. Phyllis is asking, were you with that Melissa? Why is that not allowed? Didn't mean like that. You're just spending a lot of time together lately. She tells me lots of things about where I was born and what happened there. Thanks to her, I learned I was born in a noble family in Eurasia. Oh, he actually had like a little happy face. I didn't see that. And it seems like she was very close with my father. Classic. You should be a little bit more careful because, you know, that's just what you should do. And Phyllis is giving you the facts of life right there. She's strong, but she's a coward. Fighting scares her. Yeah, right. Oh, he about to get killed. What is also cool to know is that the dagger Sakar is actually in Terranor. For some reason, I didn't know that. So that's probably why I never, you know, you don't see or hear about it that often. So she's taking him to the darkest of darkest places, which is so weird. I don't think that's gonna work. He's an assassin, like, and he's obviously not gonna die. So let's see how this works out. Oh, by the way, have you ever heard of something called a vampire lord? Of course not. How would I? Fair point. It's something to do with your family, our family. Tell me more. Us vampires are born with such greater strength than humans, and that's why they're so scared of us. I'm sure you've noticed as much yourself, but there is one vampire more powerful than all the rest, the vampire lord. More powerful than all the rest, the vampire lord is capable of turning humans into new vampires and gifting them with new power and near immortality. Ooh, what the hell? And those powers are largely passed on to those who share his blood. Did he come here with you as well? I'm afraid not. Have I caught your attention now? Of course. You said he's the most powerful vampire alive. As expected, you wish to become stronger as well. I suppose that is natural for vampires everywhere. I guarantee you become a vampire lord by eating a vampire. Or eating a vampire of your same kid. I don't know, that every vampire would do that. Doesn't make any sense. No, not anymore. He died long ago. Died? How? Do you remember what I told you before about the ambush? Someone so strong was killed by mere humans? When faced with so many enemies, if you put something precious you wish to protect, it inevitably puts you at a disadvantage no matter how strong you are. He died all for some kind of trivial sentimentality? I suppose emotions can be trivial, but isn't it fascinating how something so trivial can drive someone to throw away everything they ever had? So he probably, well, her ex-husband, probably boyfriend, whatever, was defending Haste's mom and died, and then that's probably why he hates Haste. That would make sense. The vampire lord may have died, but he had a child. I've been trying to find that child ever since. Yeah, it's him, obviously. If you ever do, tell me. I'm interested in meeting them. Chuckling, of course, I'll find them very soon, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. This is the confrontation. Remember the story I told you on the way here about the vampire lord? He had a lover until they were separated in an unfortunate incident. Why are you going on about this again? As they were separated, they promised they would be reunited someday, but he betrayed his lover and had a child with a new woman. Yep, that's what we figured. Soon after, he sent that child out to sea to save it before dying himself. What? Ignorant of the circumstances of his birth, that poor child lived a lonely life of wandering. It must have been so hard to hide the intense thirst for blood or the incredible strength unfitting of his size. Of course, these things are only expected from the son of a vampire lord. Think, Haste, doesn't it remind you of someone? Well, sure, but isn't it inevitable they'd have some familiar experiences to me in a situation like that? Are you really that naive, or maybe just stupid? What did I tell you I've been looking for this entire time? Me and the child of a Because of his betrayal, I lost my family. I lost the love I cherished so much. I lost everything I had. He may be dead already, but that will not stop me getting my revenge. I will take everything away he sacrificed himself for. and that's why I need you, or rather the power of the vampire lord within you. Haste, you poor little thing, blame it on that cursed blood that runs through your veins. Don't be afraid, just think of what few pleasant memories you have. I'll try to make sure it's a painless death. What are you doing? Get off of me. I'll be a good boy and give me the power without a fight. Oh, nope, he didn't, seems like. Put your bets in, guys. Does she get the power? She's obviously not gonna kill him, but does she get the power? Do they split it? His counterattack is harder than I expected. I suppose you are the son of a vampire lord after all. Since I've waited over a decade for this day to come, even the moon is bleeding red. What better backdrop for the realization of my long cherished desire? Conwell, revenge is finally mine. Make sure your eyes drink in the very last moment, as I drain every last drop of your blood from your son and send him on his way to meet you. Mother, father, family, wait just a little longer. I'll become the new vampire lord and save you from your torment. How? I will give you eternal life, and together we will revive our fallen name and live even more glamorously than before. Now, the first bite always tastes the sweetest. Kaya! It's Phyllis. This weapon. Yeah, of course. So she doesn't even get the first bite. She monologued in her head and didn't do shit. Oh, nothing got resolved in the side story. Oh! Wow, Assassin Coley with the facts. A greedy psycho. Oh, so she's probably just gonna run away. Yep. Oh, and they couldn't find her. Okay. So pretty much nothing gets resolved here except that Haste pretty much gets a nice little knowing of his backstory, and we get to know who Melissa is, I guess, gonna just keep looking out for him, but how would she ever get him alone like that unless he's on, I don't know, a mission in a mansion or something? And that's pretty much it. All right, as you guys know, it's time for that beautiful, lovely recap. So let's talk about everything that we found out. Melissa was in a relationship with a vampire lord, and the vampire lord said, "You're psycho as fuck," and then breaks up with her, or we don't really know necessarily the breakup, but we're gonna assume that they broke up. Had another affair, or had another relationship, had a kid with that woman, and then in the midst of trying to protect that woman, sends the kid away and probably throws him across the ocean. I don't fucking know, because it just sounds really strange. Or maybe he sent the kid away in advance and then tried to fight and protect her. It just seems really weird, that whole altercation of how strong the vampire lord is supposed to be, and he still somehow ends up dying while protecting the chick who might have been a human. Honestly, maybe that was what the case was. But anyway, so pretty much Melissa finds out about this whole ordeal, and then goes on a lovely trip to go find this son, to kill him off. And as I thought it was just for revenge, but no, also to take the power that is within him so she can become a vampire lord herself and then reclaim the name and all this other stuff, which doesn't have anything to do with the first part of it, which I don't know, I feel like that she should have mentioned that, not just about revenge on her ex-lover, Conwell, I think his name was. But then it's like, oh, I'm going to rename everybody, I'm going to revive the clan, and okay, Sasuke, whatever you want to do, Sasuke. But all in all, I think it was pretty shit. Nothing happened. Pretty much the only thing that definitely happened was Haste was able to get some information, depending on how truthful she was, about his hometown of Oresia, which we have no idea about. They're the only two people relevant to that country, and we know that it's far away from Britannia. So as far as it being relevant to any close story, we might see it in episode 4 or something. All's well that ends well, I should say. I'll probably blow my crystals as well, either to just finish this one off. I really don't care to, but I do want her. She's unique, but we're going to be talking about her in the next video, bringing up her lovely stuff and all her little bells and whistles and twinkles and dinkles. And that will be the next video that you guys will see up on the channel regarding Epic 7. But thank you guys so much for the ride. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you guys had a couple of laughs, because when it comes to vampires, all the sucking and stuff is just fun to make sexual innuendos about. Well, innuendos? But you know how I do know what to say is that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.